Hi everyone. Today I'll teach you how to add and subtract positive and negative numbers. I would like to talk with you about the number line, where the numbers are located. So 0 in the middle, positive numbers are to the right, negative numbers are left to the 0. And when we add, numbers getting bigger and going to the right. When we subtract, numbers go to the left. For example, this first one, let's check. If we have negative 9 here, plus 5. We stand on negative 9 and go 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we land on negative 4. So negative 9 plus 5 equals negative 4. What if we have huge numbers, bigger numbers? We cannot use the number line. Then I'll teach you the easy way to solve it. So if we have different signs, we add or subtract them. We take the smaller number out of bigger number. In this case, we ignore the signs. We just take 5 and 9. 5 is smaller. So 9 minus 5 is 4. And we carry the sign which is in front of the bigger number. Let's do this example. 8 minus 11. We ignore the sign. 11 is bigger. So 11 minus 8 is 3. What is in front of the bigger number? Which sign do we have? Negative. So this negative comes in front of the answer. Next one, negative 5 plus 10. Bigger number is 10. We subtract 5 out of 10, we will get 5. What do we have in front of the bigger number? Positive. So this positive comes here. We usually don't put the plus sign. So in general, what we did, we take the smaller number out of bigger number and we carry the sign which is in front of the bigger number. One more time. We take the smaller number out of bigger number and we carry the sign which is in front of the bigger number. If you memorize this, this will be very fine and you will remember always. Next case, if we have both negatives, both numbers are negative. We have here negative 5 minus 2. You remember, when we subtract, we go to the left. Minus 5 minus 2, 2 units to the left. 1, 2. Here, we land on negative 7. So minus 5, 2 more to the left because we subtract. We go to negative 7. What if we have bigger numbers, we don't have number line? You can remember very, very easily. If both numbers are negative, you see we are in negative sides on the number line. We add the numbers together and answer always will be negative because we move to the negative side. More negative sides. Any number you take, you subtract, you go to the negative side. So negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7. Let's do this one. Negative 7 minus 3. We are on negative 7. We go to the left again, 3 more. We will be on negative 10. Negative 10. So we add the numbers without number line. If you want to solve this, you always put negative sign and you add the numbers. You add these two numbers together and answer will be always negative. This case, we don't have it in number line. Minus 3, 30 more to the minus side. Answer will be minus. And then we add the numbers together. 3 plus 30, which is 33. The answer is 33 negative because we went to the left. So for this case, if you have both negative, always memorize. You add the numbers and answer is always negative. So those are main two ways to solve addition and subtraction for negative and positive numbers together. So first case, when we have different signs, we take the smaller one out of bigger one and we carry the bigger numbers sign. For this case, if we have both negatives, we add the numbers and answer always will be negative. Here we have some other example. If we have with parentheses, let's say negative 6 minus 3. This is, if it's in parentheses, if there is a sign without number in front of it, it means it's 1. But this is about the multiplication of the numbers. We will talk about that later. You just need to memorize. Negative 6 minus with parentheses becomes plus. This minus parentheses and minus also looks like plus. It can be clue for you. So minus parentheses minus always becomes plus. So what we have here, negative 6 plus 3 equals what we use, the first method. Take the smaller one out of bigger one. 6 minus 3 is 3. And what we have in front of the bigger one? Negative. So this comes right here. Negative 6 plus 3 equals negative 3. Right here, negative 6, 3 more you come to the right because you add, you will land on negative 3. This one, again, remember, minus, parenthesis, minus becomes plus. Negative 9 plus 7. What we use? We use the first method. They have different signs. Take the smaller one out of bigger one, which is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. And we carry this sign. Minus. Next one. We already know minus. Parenthesis minus becomes plus. 8 plus 10. Easy. Equals 18. Here we have same way with parentheses but different signs. Let's see. 5 plus minus 3. If we have different signs, it in this case minus always wins. It becomes 5 minus 3 equals 2. Here, negative 8 plus parenthesis minus. That means times again. Later I'll explain you where it comes from. But now I don't want you to mix all together. Just memorize this. Plus parenthesis minus will be minus. Negative 8 minus 4. We use this case. If both are negative, we add the numbers together. 4 plus 8 is 12. And answer is always negative because it's in negative side. Negative 20 plus minus, always minus wins. Negative 20 minus 2 equals, both are negative. What we do? We add the numbers, but always it will be negative. 20 plus 2 is 22. This one, Now minus is outside, plus is inside. Doesn't matter. Minus wins in this case. If different signs, minus win. In this case, minus minus became plus because minus times minus is plus. Here, minus times plus is always minus wins. That's why 7, we're gonna subtract. Minus 6 equals 1. Here, negative 3 plus minus, minus wins. Minus 9 equals, we use this method. Both are negative. Answer is always negative. We add the numbers. 9 plus 3 is 12. Here, 8 minus wins. Minus 5 equals 3. What if we have multiple numbers to add and subtract? We do the same steps using these two methods. What we have here, negative 6, remember, plus minus, minus wins. Negative 6, let's write here, negative 6 minus 4 plus 5. Negative 6 minus 4, both are negatives. It will become negative 10. You're right. We add the numbers, answer is always negative. Then plus 5, we use this method. Take the smaller one out of bigger and carry the bigger sign, which will be minus 5. This case, this will be minus, plus, minus. So 8 minus 2, minus 1. Easy. 8 minus 2 is 6, minus 1 is 5. This one, negative 10. Remember this? Looks like plus, it becomes plus. Minus, parenthesis, minus is plus. Negative 10 plus 3, then plus 4. The first part looks like the first method. We have one positive, one negative. We take the smaller one out of bigger, which will be 7, and we carry the sign which is in front of the bigger number. It comes here, minus, then plus 4. Again, this method, different signs. Minus 7 is a bigger one, so 4 goes out of 7, which is 3, and we carry the sign, which is minus. Here, minus, parenthesis, minus, it becomes plus. 6 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Here, we don't have parentheses, we just have the numbers with different signs. First case, minus 9 minus 1. The first part is here, this case, when both are negative. We add the numbers and answer is always negative. So it will be negative 9 plus 1 is 10. Then plus 4 plus 6 is plus 6 plus 4 is 10. Oh, we have good case when we have same number with different signs. If we are on 10, we go 10 to the left, we're going to land on 0. If we are negative 10 plus 10, we're going to land. So same numbers with different signs equals 0. 10 minus 10. And here we have negative 2 plus 2 is the first case. We take the smaller one out of bigger one, which is 12 minus 2 is 10, and we have negative in front of bigger, so we will have negative 10 plus 20. Again, we will use the first method where we have different signs, take the smaller one out of bigger one and carry the bigger sign, which is positive. 20 minus 10 is 10. The answer is 10. So for today, this much, but I hope you learn the very important two parts of adding and subtracting the numbers with different signs. The first one is if you have different sign, you take the smaller one out of bigger and you carry the bigger sign. If you have both are negative, answer always will be negative. You just add the numbers and write next to it. Thank you for watching. Hope it was useful for you. Try to memorize. Everything is fine. Thank you. Bye.